This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Scott Howell.
Hello, good neighbors, and welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast, brought to you by the Friends and Neighbors Group of Cleveland and the greater Chattanooga area. My name is Scott Howell, and I'm your host. The purpose of the Good Neighbor Podcast, for all you first-time listeners that might be wondering, is to bring awareness to the residents of our communities regarding the locally owned and or operated businesses in Cleveland, Dalton, Chattanooga, and all the surrounding areas. You know, small local businesses are the backbone of our communities, and they really need our support. And joining me today is our good neighbor, Naomi Sparkle at Naomi Sparkle Salon. So glad to have you as our special guest today on the podcast, Naomi.
Thank you, Scott. I really appreciate it's an honor.
Well, the honor is mine. We're glad to have you on, and want to learn all we can about today, about what you offer to our listeners out there, because we want to tell them all about you. So I'm just going to jump right in, if it's okay with you, and just say just that. Just tell me all about your business, Naomi.
We have Naomi Sparkle Salon. We're a men's elite barbershop located in Hixson, real close to Crunch Fitness, right off North Point Boulevard. We specialize in men's long hair, and a lot of men won't go to the barbershop or even a salon to get their hair cut if they have long hair. So we love that they'll come in and we can gain their trust. We're just going to give them a trim. We promise not to cut the hair off. And but our typical salon or barber service would be like where we have a VIP hot date ready combo. We do combos only, so you come in and get a haircut, a beard trim, or a facial, deep conditioning treatment, and a scalp massage shampoo, and that's usually averaging around $60. Some men like a mani or pedi, they add that on. And we also do grooms parties, which is really fun. That's where we provide all the food and drinks. We usually have, somebody come out and help us serve. And then we do make sure you're looking like super slick for the wedding. And just make sure that you also have a good time.
Yes, absolutely. So just to back up a moment, you're saying that Naomi Sparkle Salon and Elite Barbershop, is that what you said?
No, I said that our company is called Naomi Sparkle Salon. We're incorporated. We offer a men's VIP elite services.
Oh, okay. That you offer the service. Okay. I just want to make sure I got your name right, because if I left part of it off, it wasn't intentionally. So you offer this for the gentlemen that you specialize in gentlemen with the long hair. So they come in, they can feel comfortable that you're not going to try to chop it off. And then you offer some other services too. Did I understand you to say you have the manicures and pedicures as well?
Yeah, we do a combo mani and pedi. That's usually around $78. Our typical days that we're usually scheduled is Thursdays and Sundays. A lot of men love that we're open on Sundays and also open late. Just because people have schedules and demands, and so we can serve somebody either early in the morning or late in the evening. Usually take our last client by 10, 11 o'clock at night. So we do have some men who are businessmen. They come in late at night around 9, 10 o'clock, and then they have to get up at 6 a.m. and they've just traveled and they're trying to figure out, oh my goodness, I just looked in the mirror and I decided I look horrible. I am not presentable for this meeting and I'm completely embarrassed. So what am I going to do? There is no shop open. And, they look online and Google and they decide, oh, look, Naomi's open. I want to go see her. So it's good to, be available to people when everything else is closed.
It does sound like a fun place. I mean, it sounds like it would be very enjoyable. Do you offer any services for ladies, or are you just strictly a men's shop?
We are a pro makeup artist. I went to school in Dallas, Texas in 2020. It's called CMC Makeup School. And I took a 40-hour makeup class. And so we do offer that for women, as normal. I mean, I guess there's some men that might want that service out there, but and then we also have like blowouts for women, and we don't do manis or pedis for women. It's more like a men's service. But yeah, we usually just do we can do basic haircuts and things like that. I always tell people, send me a picture of what you want, no matter who you are, and then we'll make sure that it's a service that we offer. And if it's not my specialty, then I'm going to give you to one of our other stylists. So
Yeah, man, this sounds awesome. I mean, think about it, guys. All those listeners out here, we actually got an exclusive place to go where we're the only ones to get the manicures and pedicures. That's pretty cool. So I love it. It sounds fun to me.
yeah, you don't have to hop all over town. You get a facial. We can do a shoulder massage. Also, you add that on, it's a $20 upcharge. Unless you get it one of our combos, we have the men's ultimate VIP that starts around $108. Lots of men love that because it's pretty much covers you for everything. They may add on a pedicure service, which if they add that on, it's like $38. So
nice. I mean, wow, it just sounds like a place to go relax and hang out and let myself be pampered. That's what it sounds like. So yeah.
Yeah, that's our goal. We want you to come in. We want you to relax. We want you to take a load off. If you want to watch the game, we can turn that on, but normally it's just more of a quiet place to enjoy. And I love to cut up with all of my clients and joke around with them. So
that's cool. I'm glad to know y'all are out there. Tell me about your journey that brought you to open this type of establishment that concentrates on men.
I've been an entrepreneur since I was 16, and I've owned several different companies. I have Airbnb, and I always wanted to be a stylist growing up. I used to go to hair vendors long time ago, back when it was on Gun Barrel Road. And it's a really old location, and I just thought it was the coolest place. And so I got inspired and wanted to be a stylist when I went to school back around like 20 years ago. And then I eventually worked at Supercuts back in 2017 in Hixson. And then I worked there for about a year. I was top sales out of 14 stores, and decided I really wanted to go out on my own, and just handling a load of other businesses I already had for long term. I just thought it would be good to be more independent, and so I just decided this would be a great start, and it's been going since 2019. I started downtown Chattanooga. We still have a location downtown Chattanooga. Our rates do vary. They are different there. It's not affordable necessarily to rent downtown, but it's very flexible. And if you want to just walk around and like come in, have a drink, and then walk home, then that's totally fine. We're happy to serve you. So
it's very unique, Naomi. I kudos to you for creating a place like this for men. That's wonderful. Never heard of it before. Can you tell us about any myths and misconceptions that people might have when they come into a place like this and they're used to hearing salon it's for women, right? Most of the time when people use that word salon, they don't know about what to expect when they come into a place and they're a guy. Can you walk me through that?
Well, as far as like, I hear a lot of men, they go actually looking for a salon because they're like, oh, they feel like their hair is going to get cut better. So obviously we want to like cater to everyone's thoughts and needs. So obviously you want to have, I service, I take care of men all day, but I mean, that's why, I refer to as barbershop oftentimes, like on Google and things like that. But so we're still a salon. I mean, I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I didn't go to barber school. It's just more of my niche and something I really kind of enjoy, working with men and adults. We're 18 and up, so.
Naomi, you've created a great atmosphere. I mean, I'm really astounded by what you're telling me. I think it's great. I mean, if this is a thing out there in the world, I didn't know about it. So I think it's great.
Yeah.
It's kind of exclusive for guys, but a pampered place for men. Usually you think of a spa as a pampered place for women, and guys are kind of like a sideline. But you created one for us guys, so it's great. Tell me a little bit. If there was one thing that you wish that everybody and that's our listeners out there could know about your business, one thing, but they probably wouldn't know unless you told them, and you'd like to shout it from the rooftops, what would it be?
Regarding the things about the salon, or just like
Just anything,
services?
whether you wanted to know
Okay.
about the atmosphere or the services, whatever. There's one thing that you just love for everybody to know about, Naomi Sparkle Salon.
Well, I guess the goal was to always create a full service atmosphere where you could come in and you could, like, hey, I got this date tonight and I don't know what to wear, and you ask me, you show me a couple pictures, and we put together your whole look, and you ask me for suggestions and things like that. I get a lot of people who just call me their life coach. I mean, I'm not even trying. I think it's just more my natural personality. Being a servant's heart, you can't really do this job if don't have a servant's heart. So,
Yeah.
and I've had a lot of clients who have taken their own lives in the last 4 years, and I love that. When people come in, I want to sit down with them and try to, obviously help them. When they leave, they need to feel like that you're sparkling, from their soul to their look. So, if people want me to, always offer to pray with them. It's something new I just started.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of disheartening when you have like 10 clients who just haven't made it in the last 4 years. So I decided, like, hey, why don't we sit down with these guys, like at the end of their service, like, hey, is there anything you would like me to pray with you about? I'm here to help you if you would like. So, some people say no, and that's completely fine. Don't want to step on anyone's toes, but I'm certainly here to be a servant and to help people along their journey.
I heard somebody recently that was doing that. They were just approaching people, kind of in a public place, but they were going up to them and just saying, "Hey, I'm a Christian, or I'm a minister, or whatever." And I was just wondering if there anything that you would like for me to pray for you, pray about for you. And even if they didn't want to pray on the spot, or they were embarrassed or whatever it might be, then he took that with him. That, okay, I'm going to pray for them later, and I'm going to, so that might be even something additional. If they don't want to pray right then for whatever reason, maybe I could pray for you later. Is there anything you'd like me to help, pray for? So I think it's wonderful, Naomi. It's very inspiring. It's wonderful to know that there's a place that men can go for pampering and feel better about themselves. And if there's any of my long-haired brothers out there that are scared to go to a barbershop, Naomi can take care of you. She'll make sure you're taken care of. And but Naomi, before we end the podcast, why don't you share with us about how people online or offline can reach out to you or find out more about you?
It's best to always just send me a message and see when I'm available. But you can book Thursdays and Sundays online 24/7, and you just go to Google Maps and put in Naomi Sparkle Salon, and you'll see all of our reviews. You'll see our downtown location, which our haircuts do start at $170 and go up from there, and our haircuts in Hixson are $60 and up. Of course, those are all combos. So my number is 423-708-4530. You can always follow us at Naomi Sparkle Salon at Instagram or Facebook.
Okay. All right. Well, Naomi, it has been amazing to talk to you today, to find out about the services that you provide, and just wonderful to know that there's actually a place out there for us guys. So we appreciate you a lot. And
Oh yeah.
hope you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said, oh yeah, thank you. I'll just add one thing. We are
Yeah.
wardrobe consultants, so there's something else that we do.
Wardrobe consultants. Yeah, that's just sounds like us guys, just a place to go to get some help. I mean, we're guys, right? We don't always know what to do with our hair. Some of us are blessed not to have as much problem as others, but you can tell by my picture, I don't have much hair. Just a place to go that we could get help, especially, okay, let's just tell it like it is. A lot of single guys out there, right? And they don't have anybody to help them make sure that they look good and they smell good and that their wardrobe looks right and all them good things. So Naomi's a good place to go to help you out and get all that taken care of. So Naomi, a pleasure talking to you today.
You too. Thank you, Scott.
My pleasure. And to all the good neighbors of the Cleveland and the Chattanooga and Dalton and, of course, all the areas. I wish I could just name everybody, but time don't allow it. All the communities surrounding. After meeting Naomi and learning more about Sparkle Salon, I know that she hopes you'll take a moment to consider all they have to offer and remember her when you're needing or wanting the product and services that she provides. And of course, before ending this episode, I'd like to thank you all, the listeners, for taking time out of your busy day to visit with us at the Good Neighbor Podcast. Always remember to support the locally owned and or operated businesses in Cleveland, Dalton, the greater Chattanooga area, all the communities that encompass this wonderful place of ours. And this is Scott Howell with the Friends and Neighbors Group. Everyone go out and make this a remarkable day.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpcleveland.com. That's gnpcleveland.com or call 423-380-1984.